Polling experts unanimously agree. The only way Ciattarelli wins this thing is if he can get Democrats to vote for him. I have an entire table of registered Democrats who are voting for Jack. Why?
I'd like him to get rid of the regulations that are killing small businesses in this state.
Sanctuary cities, sanctuary states.
We are the highest taxes in the nation, and sanctuary city, no way.
I'm pulling for Jack Ciattarelli. He's the common sense candidate.
Well, I'm a kid. I want to have my education better, and I know Jack is going to do that instead of Mikey Sherrill.
As some of the voters told me at a diner yesterday for Fox and Friends weekend, Democrats are being driven away by the party's push to the left, which could be a key to a Republican victory in the New Jersey's governor's race tomorrow. But Jersey's far from the only place where the party has been fractured by an identity crisis. Socialist Zohran Mamdani closing in on becoming the mayor of America's largest city, despite being openly socialist. But could his message actually be resonating on a national level? One Mississippi voter telling NPR, quote, "I would like to believe one day there could be a Zohran Mamdani for Gulfport." And that article goes on to label him a national figure. Former Democrat leader of the California State Senate, Gloria Romero, joins me now. Gloria, if Mamdani does win, does he become the face and the future of the Democrat Party in our country?
He clearly becomes the face and the further demise of the Democratic Party. I mean, clearly Democrats nationally are on the ropes. There is an internal battle for the heart and soul and the identity of the Democratic Party. And this branch, this faction is clearly winning out in New York. But Cuomo's on the rise, so I have hope for tomorrow.
A new survey funded by a Democrat Party-aligned nonprofit found that working-class voters see Democrats as woke, weak, and out of touch, and 6 in 10 have a negative view of the party. That was concluded by a frank internal assessment of the hole the party finds itself in. And yet you have House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries kind of doubling down on that notion, asked about Mamdani on CNN State of the Union, basically saying, I don't see him as the future. Listen.
Do you see Mamdani as the future of the Democratic Party?
No, I think the future of the Democratic Party is going to fall, as far as we're concerned, relative to the House Democratic Caucus and members who are doing a great work all across the country as it relates to our need to both take back control of the House.
I don't know, Gloria. I mean, you heard that survey that I said 6 in 10 people in the Democrat Party think their own party's woke and out of touch. And then you have a guy like Jeffries right there saying, nothing to worry about. Is he being naive?
I think he's being irrelevant. I think he's being held hostage by the far left of the party. And it may be true that there are 6 in 10 within the Democratic Party, but the Democratic Party has crumbled. I mean, clearly, I think unlike any other time in our past, the Democratic Party is really on the ropes politically. Imagine New Jersey is one of the bluest of the states. New York is a very blue state, and yet we're seeing this battle that's emerging. So I believe that whatever happens after tomorrow, it will set the tone for the future of the Democratic Party. And to me, it's a bleak one. While many in the Democratic Party want to go further left, many other Democrats, like me in the past, are ready to just walk away and say, enough, we want a common sense party. And you can't find that anymore within today's Democratic Party. Hakeem Jeffries is really an irrelevant leader of the party, really in name only.
I think you can throw along in there with Schumer. And you look at a guy like Mamdani, I think a lot of people are like, why are you focused on New York's mayoral race? It's because you are New York? No, it's because this does have major ramifications for not just New York City, not just New York State, but the country on the whole. Former Democrat leader of the California State Senate, Gloria Romero. Great to see you as always, Gloria. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.